Thought that whole time it was being recorded.
No, 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 I don't do it. I like to let Beth rant and rave before we record, get it all out of her system, and then she rants and raves after again. Now we're recording. So welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, is the energetic engineer of excessive exercise, Bethany McChesney, and
As I'm just saying how tired I am today.
and world champion
Mixed doubles.
mixed doubles age group,
Age group. Comma.
Lindsay Bessegato. So I'm going to ask you this is the first thing I want to ask you, Lindsay, right off the bat. How did Worlds compare to like your debut race in the Elite 15 at regionals? How would you compare the two different things as far as like an emotional experience?
Hmm.
Look at that. That was a
Uh,
real question. I wrote that down, Beth.
Dave prepared a question.
A question. That was it. That's all I got. I'm going. I'm out. I'm out. See you.
See, it's different because they're so good with treating like their elites so good. Like in Washington, like they just had everything provided for you. Like you were out on the floor, they gave you that brief. Like I think they do truly treat their elites like elites as they should. Whereas I wasn't that. I guess I had the briefing with the world, like the Team Canada team, and it was kind of the same thing. Like the briefing, the media, it was all kind of really cool and kind of the same as the elites at DC. Um, Experience wise, honestly, they know what they're doing. Like this year, Worlds was so much better than Chicago last year. Like just like the walkouts and like the athlete village and everything was just like 10 times better. It was really, really cool.
Hmm. And
I don't
so,
know if I answered your question.
yeah, pretty much. So basically, you said they treated you like crap at Worlds, but they treated you good in DC. So if you're elite, great. Hyrox will treat you well. If you're not, you're just shit. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding.
I mean, when you're a big deal, um,
Yeah.
so you say it was, I mean, obviously just the experience though in travel from Chicago to Sweden. Like, had you ever been over there? Have you ever gone overseas?
I've gone overseas. I actually, in high school, went to Germany, Czech Republic, been to Australia. Like, I did a lot of cool stuff in high school, but to compete or race, no, I've never been overseas.
No. Did they take your shoes at the airport?
No, they didn't.
Sorry, inside joke. They did in Miami.
Travel to my from Miami. I was going home and I was already tired, and they took my shoes. And I couldn't find them. And Dave, they were just waiting for me for like 10 minutes. And I was looking at them and I was like, I don't have my shoes. They took them.
Well, it was funny because
Reason.
it was like they were searching you for whatever, right? Your shoes, your person, and you were pretty much wearing a workout outfit,
Yeah, I was
which
almost
was
naked.
like a sports bra and small shorts. Like, well, I don't know where she was gonna hide shit,
Yeah.
but I had everything on. I mean, no problem with us, but
Yeah.
no, 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 we didn't have to take our shoes off, so
Yeah.
it was good though. So you went over there, so you had the two races. So let's start with your doubles race with Ryan. So when you're lined up for this is unlike normally when you do a high rocks, especially if you're doing mixed doubles or some kind of double race, you're not always knowing who you're competing against, especially in age group. So for this one, how was it where you actually got to see your competition, know where you're at, run like that? How did that affect your strategy?
So funny thing with me is I'm not a stats person and I don't like looking at numbers or anything. It's probably
Cool,
a
let's bring up your stats.
pros and pros and cons to like Ryan is the opposite. He had it down to a T of like we could win he by this time if we did this, like we have to run this. Um, he had probably other teams in mind and what they could run. The only people in that start tunnel that I like kind of knew were honestly like people I saw on Instagram who were like influencers. And I was like, hey, I recognize you. I think I saw one of your reels. And it was like, I don't know what their times were, which was kind of cool to go into. I just knew that whatever Ryan had in his mind, I needed to chase. So pros and cons with that. It was more so my strategy going into it was just hold on for dear life on those runs. And then the station work, we had a good strategy to it, and it pretty much all panned out except for the wall balls. He took those all. Because by then I was like, you got to take these all. It's like, I'm going to miss the target if you give me that ball. I was like, white out. But yeah, it was a really good race. And he might have known more about the stats of the other teams than I did.
All right, well, so I like stats, so I'm looking at yours now. We got yours pulled up here,
It's
and I don't,
fun. I don't
Beth,
think I've looked at this.
Beth, if you're aware of this, but Lindsay can run.
I know she can run.
I was chasing him the whole time by like a lot.
How short was that first run though?
It was nice. It was only 2 laps.
Yeah, because it would. Yeah, you guys ran a 2:18 for your first run.
Oh, it's fast. It was fast, and it was honestly nice for us because, well, and for my solo race too. It's just super nice to not get to the skier fatigued, like compared to runners, if that makes sense, with a longer, like the DC lap at regionals,
Hmm.
brutal. It was like a mile. It was brutal. And
So,
then you get to the skier again, and you're like, well, shit, that felt like forever.
so you guys did like you did the 2:18 on the first run, then a 3:40 on your ski, which is solid, but it that sh shows like it like place wise 65th.
We were
Um,
like, yeah, we were like middle pack, maybe like lower pack getting out of that skier. And I remember he yelling back at me, just stick to plan. And like the skier, like our plan, our splits, what we wanted on that ski was perfect. And like we got out of the skier and I felt great. So I was like, okay, this is fine. Like stick to plan.
how'd
And
you?
people start off hot, except
Mhm.
especially with doubles.
How'd you split it up?
He did. We didn't do distance. We did time. I'm pretty sure he did like a minute something. I did like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Maybe I did 30 seconds. And we just kept going back and forth. He might have done more than a minute. I'd have to check his text to me.
Did you bookend it so that he started it and he finished it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That
All right.
was, I think, all the stations.
Yeah. So then you did a 3:39 on that the next kilometer, which again is nice and quick. A 1:33 sled push.
Yeah.
That's hauling.
Yeah. So sled push was good. He would take 3/4. I took the last quarter, I believe.
Mhm.
And then I think one of them we actually did. He started it. I did middle. He finished. I want to say that was push or pull or both going into that last line.
Right. Then you ran another sub four, then a 2:14 sled pull, which is very quick. And especially too, like you can see that you were 65th for your
Yeah.
skier, then 53rd for the sled push, then 23rd for the sled pull.
Yeah.
So you can see all those people that were out really hot start, they were dropping.
It's nice seeing these running times, except for that those last 2 runs. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
whole.
those are rough. Those are rough.
Yeah, they were rough. I was starting to see stars. But realistically, he said if we can run 3:55, that's all we need to run in order to podium. And it looks like half of our race was faster than that. So it did give us that time at the end to go a little slower, which was nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, and you guys had a 3:46 on the row, which was really quite impressive.
I think I
Quite
was rowing
impressive.
at the 140 when I got on there. And I only took, I think, 300 meters, 250. He was going to do the whole thing. And then I was like, I can do a little bit. Yeah, I was hurting at that point.
And then 107 on the farmer's carry.
He took it all.
He took it all? Or
He took it all, and I sprinted beside him.
I was
That
gonna
was
say,
brutal.
how hard was that run after that one?
Oh God, that sucked. That like is the worst because you're like, oh, good, a station, and then you're just like threshold running beside him, and then you're right into another fast run. hence the 408.
Yeah, the 408 and sandbag lunges 207. That seems really, really quick to me.
He did very, very fast. I think he did a whole length. I want to say it was two lengths. He took a whole length. I took a little, like three-fourths or a half, and then he finished
And then that 411 run, which I imagine was everything you had.
everything I had and him yelling at me
Did you know?
in
I've
a
been
good
there. Beth's done that to me. I understand.
him screaming at me, like full head tilt behind him, like, you gotta go. And I'm just like, I'm trying.
So how close were you to other teams at this point?
There was a team that was like, it felt like they were really close to us, but they were like 30 or 40 seconds behind us, I want to say. There was a good like 25 wall balls between us, but at that point, I just knew that they were beside us wall balling. So that's why I said to Ryan, like, if you can finish these wall balls, finish them. Because at that point, I felt like I was going to throw up. And the last thing I wanted was to gut that wall ball and like miss the target or something. I had never felt like that in a race.
Hmm.
So I was like, you just keep finishing it. And I'm sure by the time he got to like 60, he was like, okay, I'm good.
Oh, I can't seem to call up the.
They're younger than that.
Yeah, I
James.
know. Well, because of the the way it has it situated on my computer, I'm struggling to get it on. There we go. There was things in the way of the mouse.
Uh,
I couldn't get it.
Yeah, see 20 seconds.
yeah. Yeah, that's close.
Go,
They
well,
were
yeah,
getting, yeah, that
like
Grace girl's a really good runner. So I want
go.
to say she was just running with him the whole time. And we were better at the stations.
Well, let's look. Let's see. So they had 216, 332, 350, 351, 355, 351,
We were just
357,
better on the
5,
stations.
357. Yeah, their runs are a little bit better, but not that much.
No, those last two runs though, like they were able to hold their own
Yeah.
in those ones.
They're
Yeah.
making up 10, 15 seconds on a run on their last few runs, though.
But I mean, look at
Yeah.
the difference on like the sled pull. You guys were like 214, they were 243.
So definitely, and you could tell by like they were runners. Well, at least the female was. You could
Yeah.
tell she was.
Yeah, even the ski and like the row number, like their row wasn't bad, but you guys really had a lot of stuff going on. They did have pretty good lunges, and again, not bad wall balls. You guys' wall balls were almost the same, I think, 320.
Yeah, and they split their wall balls, so I'm pretty sure she took a couple. I'm not sure. I was delusional at that point, so don't know.
So how'd it feel at the end when it was all said and done? Like, did you anticipate the podium? Did you like you were saying he felt you guys could? Did you feel you could?
Yeah, I think I had a lot of confidence going into that race. That was honestly my A race. As kind of, I know that that sounds weird because I had solo and Team Canada, but I was like, I think enough confidence that we could podium. That I was like, well, this might be my only shot ever podiuming at Worlds. I want to give it everything I got. And so much so that I remember texting Cole after my race in Miami went to shit. And I was like, what if I just raced my race with Ryan? Like, what if I just skip my solo race and give everything I got with my race with Ryan? He was like, no. And I was like, okay. But looking back now, I'm glad that wasn't the case because I PB'd and we won. So I would have been like, oh, but what if I don't know. It's cool to see that I did both and I was able to do both with good effort. Um, but yeah, I knew we could podium. Winning was really cool. Um, and he had a hell of a weekend, so it was cool to experience that last win with him.
Um, the World's Relay. That must have been a completely different experience.
It was so fun. It was so fun. And like we were like beside Team USA in the change room and Kat is amazing. I love her. So we were just like chilling and laughing the whole time. It just was so stress free. Like I'm pretty sure all of us thought that Tim was drunk. Like he just had his glasses on, was chilling. Everyone was just pissing around. Like it was cool to see these elites right next to you in a change room, but also right next to you, just like shooting the shit. Like not, and that was kind of how the whole relay went. It was just fun. Like even in the loading or waiting zone or whatever, everyone was just like laughing and having fun. So I think it
I
was
I feel like the team race is a little bit more like a celebration anyways, because the like everything else is done. Like your solo races are done, your doubles races are done. And I mean, it is kind of for fun at the end of the day. And so I feel like it's like let's have some fun, represent our country and like just go balls to the wall here and like smash some stations. Like it's just so different.
yeah. And there is money on the line, which sucks we came out short. I think top five get paid, but there's nothing I could have done on that last lap. Lauren Weeks is faster than me. I don't know. I did everything I could. I went basically unbroken on those wall balls, 115 reps. There was no way I was catching her. She beat me to the ball. So sorry. Sorry, Canada.
You wouldn't believe all the shame that people were giving you for that. It was there
Yeah.
was
God damn it. She's
there was
so slow.
and that chick sucks.
She ran past me. I was like, oh, there she goes again. This reminds me of DC. Except for in DC, she was like 2 laps ahead of me. And the camera would come by and I'd be in the background, 15th place.
Hi, Mom.
The camera. Hi, Mom. That's funny.
Kind of try to flash your sponsor for a minute there.
Lauren's like, move.
No, we've tried to rabbit against Lauren with Lauren before, so I know what it's like trying to run beside her. It's not
Yeah,
fun.
she's fast, and it's incredible to even be beside her. So, at for 2 seconds.
Was there anybody more motivated than Cole on that first run?
No, I was excited for that. Yeah, he was fired up for that. Anything to prove that he was fit enough and that I think that was his only race, so why not give it everything he got in that? And it was cool to see. I don't know what he was ski like his paces were on this on that ski, but it was probably something dangerous.
All the guys up top, their paces were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they actually did make a little ground on him on the ski, but that like he went out so hard on that run, it was crazy.
yeah, yeah, and he was still able to hang on a little bit.
Yes.
But it was cool that like the waiting zone or the tag zone or whatever was like right in front of the skis. So I was just screaming. I don't know if you heard me, but it was cool. It was cool that we were like front row like that, and so everyone was just screaming. It was fun.
Yeah, and I mean it was cool. You guys got to be out front for a while and had the lead, and that was
Yeah,
kind
we
of
did
cool to
have a
watch.
lead for a little bit. I was actually kind of like, whoa, whoa, we could do like podium.
And
Unexpected.
then fucking Lauren.
Womp. I got passed on the wall balls.
Um, all right. So these are kind of two questions, one and the same. What are the goals for this year, and are you and Ryan going to run it back again?
This year's tough. I think last year I put a lot of time and energy and financials, money into Hyrox. And so, and I wouldn't change a thing. It was obviously worth it and it was really fun. But I think, I mean, I just graduated fire school, like looking for a career. I'm 26. Um, Something's got to give. And Hyrox is tough this year. I think more people have talked about it. And like, I don't have my pro card yet. I don't race till October, so I have some time to think about it. But it's like $400 plus for a pro card. And at the point that I'm at, like, I'm not naive. People are finding this sport, and I love to see it. But I'm kind of like wish-washy in the fact that I love racing, but am I paying $400 for my name to be just on a time to like on a sheet? I don't know. Like it's a tough thing for me to go into the season, but it's some thinking I have to do when it comes to like money and stuff. And I think I'm definitely not the only one to think this. Um, and then in terms with Ryan, I really want to see him race with like Maddie or someone because I think that they could smash it. I would love to race with him again. I thought it was really fun, but he might need someone faster at least this season. As sad as that is, but I'm getting faster and I have improved, but I'm just not. I don't have the time on running and on my feet that these girls who grew up running do. So I have 2 years. They have, without even knowing it, 20 years. So it's tough that way, but I don't know. I have Hyrox Toronto. I have a couple of road races that are kind of on the agenda, which might help me get some courage with running and some confidence, but we'll see.
Now
Yeah.
you have a strength background, a CrossFit background. Um, you did ethics down in Miami.
Yep, that was fun.
What about something along those lines?
I think that'd be fun because that's kind of the athlete I am. Like, even with CrossFit, loved CrossFit, and I still miss CrossFit, but I could not do another ring muscle up for the rest of my life and I'd be okay. Or even like a snatch, like a heavy snatch, like light snatches for speed. I love anything heavy, Oli, not a fan of. But with CrossFit, I was always very much like that cardio machine type of athlete. So that's why I jumped into Hyrox. So things like ethics and stuff, like I think those are right up my alley. I would like to give it another shot and actually like try and see what I can do. Not to say I didn't try, but it was definitely just like a last minute decision to go to Miami. So it'd be cool to actually maybe put one on the schedule and see.
I would love to see you do another one of those. I'd love to see you do an LT games.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Beth was talking about something too. What did you say, Beth?
Oh, RX1. We've talked about
Oh yeah.
RX1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
in the pro division. Yeah.
but in there you are gonna get muscle ups, you're gonna get handstand walks,
Yeah, I love that stuff. It's just ring muscle ups.
just ring muscle ups. They have those every once in a while, but not that often.
Yeah,
Yeah, not usually.
I love bar muscle ups. I love toast bar. I love handstand walks. Like I loved that stuff. Just for some reason, ring muscle ups and I weren't friends.
I'm,
Not to say we can't be, but I don't like them.
I to date have yet to attempt a ring muscle up.
They always hurt my shoulders.
I don't
Guys are
think
good though; they can just strict it.
I
I
don't think
remember seeing like a guy go up on the rings and make it look so easy. And I'm like, ah, I'm training that for 2 months.
I think though, like we've talked a lot about this new system and just how it's become such a pay to play system now with, you have to chase races and then the pro card is expensive. It gives you no races. So like you have to have some financial situation where you can afford to even get close to touching the Elite 15. And I mean, there are going to be a lot of athletes in this position where you can't afford to keep doing it like this. So, of course, you're still going to do, a couple races here and there, but I do think people are going to be looking for other options like ethics, like LT games. And, I think we're going to see other things popping up. And I mean, it's also just hard to get into races. Like, it's
Yeah,
so hard to get
I
a
saw,
Hyrox ticket.
no, and I saw that today. Apparently, Nashville, like I've been like, I've tried to like put it to the side because it just stresses me out getting into these races. But like even Toronto, it's one and a like a hour drive from me. The closest race I'm gonna get, and I was at work the day that they came out, and I had to get my friend to get me tickets, and I was stressed, and I was like, what? It's so stressful to get into a hometown race for me, and like Nashville sold out right away. Apparently, like it's just so stressful and so expensive. My weekend in Toronto is like $700.
Mhm.
It's expensive. And that's without the pro card, without these races even really mattering. Like for someone who wants to chase Elite 15, yeah, they got to fork out some money or have sponsors. And that's a great like thing, but I mean, I have some sponsors that help me out, but I'm not big leagues. Like I don't
Yeah. Well, and
it's
then how do you get, like, it's hard to get sponsors until you're at that level too.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, it's such an interesting situation right now with Hyrox, and I'm really curious to see how it goes. And you mentioned Maddie, like girls like that too, where she's still a student or maybe she's graduating now. So, I mean, I'm sure there's not a financial situation set up for her either. And as far as I know, she wouldn't have sponsors. So, and this is where I was thinking too, like, we could have girls like Maddie who are running 57 in their second race. And, maybe her next race, she runs a 55, 56. And now she's one of the fastest runners in Hyrox,
It
but
doesn't
she
matter.
can't, but she can't pay to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know.
She
This is
doesn't
where
points yet because she
Yeah.
doesn't have a pro card. So right
Yeah.
now she's at zero. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, how is that fair? Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. It's tough. It's a tough system. I don't know what they could do differently. I just like, I don't know. And I'm not even one chasing the Elite 15, so I can't imagine how hard it is for someone who has a family at home, who has a full-time job, who can't travel, but could make the Elite 15.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
system is set up basically to make sure you have the best top five.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's not going to be effective. You are not necessarily going to have the best top 15. And even there, what you like you said, Beth, you may not have the best top five in situations like that with Maddie. It
Yeah, I don't know if it's more than just let's make sure we actually have the top five. It is
yeah.
definitely still a money system
Oh,
because
yeah.
otherwise why is the pro card so expensive? Like if you could also have the pro card be free, but someone earns it.
Mhm.
Like so if it wasn't just let's just make sure we have the top five so that it's an honest competition, no, then the pro card wouldn't cost so much money and it would give people races which it did, and all of a sudden it didn't. Like, I still think there needs to be at some point, if we have this situation with Maddie, who doesn't have a pro card, because she didn't buy it, even though she's run a 57, where it's almost like there's like an exception to the rule. Let's call it like maybe a wild card system or like some bit of like a hybrid system where we can have this point system where people can pay to play and then, but we still have a situation where if someone has two races where they average two races and that puts them in the top 10 or top five, then you can have your spot in the Elite 15. Because if Maddie's going to be, and it's not like she's just chasing fast horses because she's run a 52 in mixed doubles and she's run a 57 in her second race and a 50, well, 61, 62. She had penalties in her
Yeah, like
first race.
two almost 3 minutes in penalties.
Yeah, exactly, and still ran like a 54. So it's not like she hasn't proved to Hyrox World that she's fit enough to be there. So I think there whether it's like they call it the wild card or something, some rule that could allow someone like that to still be in it after they've proven that they should be.
Believe it or not, in the rule book, there is a scenario where Hyrox is able to invite someone they want. It is actually in there. They'll never do it. I don't think they'll do it. And if they did it,
Mhm.
they would do it for some crazy weird influencer. They wouldn't
Well,
do it
let's
for
say
some.
let's say Maddie goes out and she runs a 55 or a 54 in her next race. Just nails it. She focuses on it for 6 months. Are you going to say, "Oh no, you don't have your pro card"?
They will. I think they will. Well, and me being me, I'm like, if you made the rule, you have to live by the rule. I don't like the rule. I think the rule is stupid. I don't like the way it's set up. I've gone on for ages about how I would do it, and I've yet to see anyone tell me a way that makes more sense than what I propose. But
Or Saskia, like,
yeah,
or I know personally names of other people that are ex-Olympians who are shifting to Hyrox,
mhm.
and
They
you
could.
wait for Denver.
You have someone like Maddie that could theoretically possibly go out and set a world record and not be going to Worlds, and not even
Yeah.
be able to go, not even be able to compete in the major,
Hmm.
Yeah,
which
there's something flawed in the
should
system.
show. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't really like the system when it was announced. I said that, and it's more and more as it's gone. It's seemed like I like it even less and less and less, and it's just too
And
much to
the
too much to pay.
yeah, it is, and that's the thing too, is like I don't know, some people are paying it, but and like maybe my confidence is low, but I'm like I don't really want to fork out $400 to be average. I don't.
Your
Maybe I
confidence
don't
isn't low. Your
know.
bank account's low.
Yeah, but like, and then you see people, no shame to them, put your money where you want, but people running like 120s paying for this pro card. And I'm like,
Really?
that might be like an exaggeration, but I don't know. Like, maybe not 120s. But you know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
people, like, what's the pro card for if you don't want to be Elite 15?
Nothing.
My question. So why are people paying for it if they are?
So I would think
I
I
don't
would
know
think
how
some
they're getting
people
this money for it.
I would think some people pay for it to say they have it.
Yeah. Good for
But do
you.
you need it to be in the doubles?
In the doubles, yeah, yeah. If you want to be in the
That's
doubles,
Quinlan had to talk about that too, because like I'm racing with Quinlan in Toronto, and we would love to have her shot in DC or whatever. But she's in the same situation as me, and she's like, I don't know if I want to go to Hong Kong. And I'm like, yeah, that's another thing. It's not as easy as going to Chicago. Sweden was even like, I remember having a conversation with Beth and Jeff and them being like, if you make it, will you go to Sweden? And I was like, I don't know, that's far. And now you're talking Hong Kong. Like, that's like, just getting there is crazy.
you're looking at about a 5K to get there and back.
And you're going way earlier than 4 days, which is what I went ahead of
Mhm.
Sweden.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's
would
easy.
it be cool to go? Sure, but
It'll be a $10,000 trip.
that's I don't know. I don't have that money.
All right.
Fresh graduated student. I'd have to take out a loan.
Here's something we'll move on to. What's your take on Xenon?
I've heard of it. I haven't looked into it.
No? Okay.
So
Hmm.
tell me, in short.
In short, basically, it is a mass participation event. They say up to 2,000 people, much more CrossFit. So you have 10 different zones, 10 different workouts over 2 days.
Yeah.
Um, like for example, I know what you're going to say here. First workout is max 1 rep snatch.
Okay. Give me a back squat instead, but sure.
Well, I thought seeing what they're
Or a
putting up in
deadlift.
games, I would have liked to seen the bench press squat deadlift combo.
Oh, hell yeah. See, I'm
But
a power lifter. I'm not an Ollie lifter.
yeah,
I would love that.
see, I think, and that would have been way more. I would go do that. I would get my ass whooped, but I would go do it. But a 1 rep match snatch? No, I got no interest in doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not skilled enough. I'm not strong enough. The risk for injury would be way too high to make it worthwhile, especially on the first event.
Yeah.
But they got like a 60-second max calorie on an echo bike.
Gross.
Um, they've got just a couple other Metcon ones. They've got a 3K run into a 2K ski. Just a lot of different things like that. Very, very CrossFitty. Um,
Just without
my, what's,
gymnastics?
pardon me?
Just without gymnastics?
There are some ring muscle ups in it.
Okay. I'd have to practice. I haven't done CrossFit for 2 years.
No, but here's the other problem. It's $500.
And where are they holding these events?
They just had their first one in Dallas, and granted, did not have great attendance. So you should be able, yeah, your tickets should be easy to get. Their next one is coming up in London,
London.
England. No,
Oh,
Yep.
no.
yeah.
Really? I'm on it. I'm there.
Yeah, it's tough because $500 for a ticket and then you're still traveling. Might as well go to a Hyrox. The only pro is that you'd be able to actually get a ticket.
Yeah, yeah. And it's 2 days. It is a very big event, a lot of it. And apparently the production value is very similar to Hyrox. I believe Hyrox is actually the owners of Hyrox are actually involved in it in some manner.
Yeah.
So production is high.
I
But
like I do want to do another. Is it Aphex? Is that how you
Ethics, yeah,
pronounce
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Aphex? I'd love to do another one of those. That was right at my
We got what? Miami, Houston, and Long Beach this year.
Where's Long Beach?
California.
Never
You're
been
not
to
lying.
Cal.
Yeah. So those will be the ones. I think Long Beach is in November, and Miami and Houston are back-to-back weekends in October.
Yeah, October's busy for me.
October is very busy.
Yeah, October is so busy.
October is very, very busy.
I just booked a 5K in at Springbank Park, a Halloween one.
There you go.
Because
Nice.
I was at like this little run club at Backroads, and we were talking about 5K times. They were like, well, did you do it in a race? And I was like, no, I did it on the track by myself in like 30-degree weather. It was terrible. I was like, but I would like to do a 5K race because just like, I don't know if it'd be any different. I don't know if I would PR, but just like being with someone or having someone to chase, I would like to have that feeling. So then we like looked and there's one at Springbank. People will probably wear costumes. I don't know if I will, but It's a
That
Halloween one.
Springbank one is a hilly though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about yesterday on my threshold run. I was like, oh no.
The fastest one in London is the one on the airport. So it's called Jordan's Run the Runway.
Yeah, they were talking about that too. When's that one?
September
Oh,
13th-ish. I don't know.
maybe I'll switch it. I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd be able to pull out a PR right now.
I'd like to see you do another substitute Heather White and see if you what you and Bethany could do on a DecaFit on in Toronto.
Oh, the
I would,
fit. We did the mile together. That's so funny you said that because I was cleaning out, like you just said, your laptop. I was cleaning out my laptop, and that video was one of the videos that was taking up a lot of my storage of us doing that in that Deca mile. So yeah, that was really fun.
when you said, okay, chill on the row, and I was rowing a 140. Chill, you said? And then I was gassed. I was like, I made Beth, who's tinier than me, take more on the bike. I was like, you have to take more on the bike. A power machine. I was like, you got to take more. I was dead.
Yeah, our whole
Tell
strategy
you
got thrown
chill
out the
off the
window.
row.
Yeah.
Hey, if I hit 140 on the row, she screamed at me.
Yeah, well,
If you went up to
Up to
one40.
yeah, I didn't even hit 140 and she screamed at me.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
because you
we
talk
are
all day long about I'm a 130, 130 all day long.
I am
yeah, we
now. I
are
was done.
by 500 meter.
You can't
Like,
hit 140 after all that talk.
Oh, I was tired. I was tired.
Too early to
I
be
would like
tired.
to do more DECA. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I still have to figure out those whole box step over thingies.
You'll get that. That comes pretty quick.
That's
And
a
I
you.
mean, being good or bad at that is like a 2, 3 second difference.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
You know,
doesn't really matter.
yeah, you if you just dial that bike in, that's where you make your money. If your runs are good and your bike's good, that's where you get it.
Okay.
So,
It's
but
fun that it's coming to Toronto, though.
yeah, and that, like I say, it would be fun to see you guys go at it. That would be a good one.
Well, less
Oh.
Hyrox, more opportunity for other things.
Yeah. And you can
That's
get into
girl
deficit. So
Yeah, yeah, you can get in there. Um, well, Beth, how was your thing this weekend? And Lindsay, why weren't you there? What's up with that? Why'd you leave her hanging? Why you gotta be like
Oh,
that?
I should have went on Sunday. I had the run club thing that I ran, and then I was gonna go after, and then when I texted her, she said there's like two more people, and I was starving. So it was a bad. I should Saturday's my long run days, and I coach two classes in the morning, 8 and 9 a.m. So when were you done on Saturday? I probably wouldn't have even been able to go.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, we did a half rock Saturday.
mhm.
Um, we almost weren't sure if we were gonna have to cancel it because of the
Yeah,
air, the smoke
hmm
situation, which was awful. Thankfully, it lifted, but it was so hot. But yeah, that was really cool. We had a bunch of people out that were doing it for the first time and have never done a Hyrox, which is always kind of interesting to have people go through it. And then the day two was kind of like an ethics, which was really fun. And we had some very different athletes out. Like my brother came out, who's a strong man, and did it, and he did quite well. Like he held his own. And yeah, then we had the run row, and then so all of our lifts though were all 5 rep max lifts, and then run row, and then the metcon at the end. So it was really cool actually. I really liked that workout format. Yeah, I would definitely like to try an ethics, but like my strength numbers are embarrassing. I think my brother is ashamed of me now. But it's not something I ever really do. So like it would just be something I'd have to work on a little bit more. So yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
you have another one coming up though, don't you? Didn't you give me 2 weekends that you were doing stuff?
Well, so we have a full Hyrox sim in August, and then in September, like 6 weeks before Toronto, and then 2 weeks before Toronto.
Yeah, come to that one.
Hmm.
I'm curious how the because you spent a lot of time working at the math for scoring free
Yeah,
throws. How did that go?
I actually the way we did it was it almost worked out perfectly. So we had it so that the average of each station would have averaged out to like a 500 mark was kind of the mark
Mhm.
we kind of played around
Yeah,
with.
I remember when I did the sim too. That's what we were playing
Yeah.
with.
And so our lifts, so your numbers added up multiplied by 75. So now we did I thought about this after, but they did say the women's should have been 75 and then no, sorry, the men should have been 75 and the women's 85 so that it equalized it a little bit better because all the women's numbers were still a lot lower
Okay.
on the
On the
lifts,
list?
obviously. But I mean, at the end of the day, women were competing against women and men against
Yeah.
men, so it didn't really matter. And then the run row was it meters divided by 10. So you
Mhm.
just move the decimal place. And again, the average was around 4.5K. Sorry, yeah, around 4 to 4.5 kilometers. So around that 400 to 400. We had Jeff hit 5K bang on. And then the last one was a Metcon, and it was 10 cal ski, 10 dumbbell snatch, 10 box overs, 10 devil's press. And
Oh,
then it was,
I love that.
yeah, that was
Like,
my favorite.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then that number was your rep and cal number multiplied by two.
yeah.
So it was interesting because so again, like my brother's strongman. And then we put him against someone who kind of comes from the CrossFit background. So like doesn't love to run, but he's pretty strong, but not as strong as Brad, but like loves the Metcon. So anyways, they were only at the end 1 point difference.
Cool.
One it came down to like one rep and my client who's like the CrossFit whatever like that like again a more well-rounded athlete ended up winning and only like Brad's numbers my brother were like out of this world in the first section and he did okay on the other ones but not enough to balance out like a more well-rounded athlete and it came down to 1 point difference so it was interesting. Mhm.
The fun thing about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How'd
Variety
you
of people.
how'd you do versus your brother?
Me? Well, like I smashed him on the
Yeah.
Metcon. And on the but like it's not even comparable the strength numbers.
Well, I saw what
Um
was he was doing like two something for his push press, and you were doing
yeah, so he repped out 255 for 5 with the push press. His back squat was like 365 and his deadlift was like 455 for reps.
Crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it was a
just
lot.
slightly above me there.
Yeah. He was,
Oh,
well, on average, he was 100 pounds more per lift than the next strongest guy.
I was just about to say that would probably be about where I would have been, what, about
Yeah.
100 pounds less.
Yeah. And to be fair to him too, I like I had asked him about it months ago and he forgot about it, of course. And I messaged him Saturday night and I was like, "You're coming tomorrow, right?" And he's like, "For what?" So like he had put it like he didn't
Mm-hmm.
really train for it or like put anything into it and like just showed up. So like he was a good sport about it. Yeah, and he gave it his best. He said he really enjoyed it. It's a lot of cardio for him, but he had a really good time. And my son almost beat me.
No.
Yeah, like overall, all three together. Obviously he outlifted me. He outlifted Jeff. And then
Uh-oh.
he beat me on the run row.
He probably got you on the machine there, right?
The
do a
machine, yeah.
Hyrox?
Is he gonna do a Hyrox?
Yeah.
Well,
I
not
think
yet. Yeah,
youngsters. They're
yeah,
youngsters.
yeah, the
Young.
youngsters. Well, he turns 15 this summer, so
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got another year. Yeah, he outrose me by a lot. And then I just got him on the Metcon by like 40 reps or so. So it was like pretty close. And it was just enough on the Metcon that it balanced out. But yeah, I was like, dang.
Now, how did it fare for somebody like Jeff, who is really more of a runner now? Did he enjoy it? Did it work well for him, or was it?
Yeah, again, his strength numbers were just so low that it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Um, because he did the best on the run row of everybody, and then like his Metcon wasn't quite enough to make up for it. So, um, yeah, you can't be too bad at one station.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
just curious as to like how it blended, right? Like,
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough. Kind of like Brad, like it wasn't enough to
hmm.
be so good at one and not be a little bit more balanced.
Yeah.
which is kind of what ethics is like.
Yeah, that's why I think I like it so much, just because I'm more balanced than anything.
Hey,
Like
Yeah,
would
high
you say
rocks, I'm weak because I'm strong.
it's so running dominant?
and it is quite running. Yeah.
Lindsay, did you see the 2027 ethics stuff?
No.
So they got the 2027 workouts out now for next year because they change a bit every year.
What's the strength portion?
You are looking at a one rep max push press this time instead of strict press.
Yeah, but
A believe it's a two rep max squat,
Yeah.
two rep
Back.
max
Yeah.
squat back squat, and a three rep max deadlift.
yeah, I love that. It's awesome.
Then you're looking at a 3K run followed by a max ski for the endurance.
Okay.
And then the Metcon is, I'm going to say, noticeably harder.
Yeah.
Like, so remember the same bag you used that time, last time,
Yeah,
when you had to do the carry? What was that? I believe for women it was 50 kilograms,
yeah, it was 100 pound bag.
100, 110 pounds, I think it was, in
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
So that one, but you just had to do a 30-meter walk with it, right? So this time you got to do 30 squats with it and then the 30-meter walk.
Oof.
So that's
I like that stuff.
yeah, yeah. But because before I was like, yeah, I simmed the pro for 2026. I'm like, yeah, I can get through it. I'm not gonna be super fast, but I can get through it. This one though, the men's, because the men's a 70 kilogram bag like that and doing 30 squats. I'm like, I can get through it again, but I don't know if I'll hit the time cap.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, otherwise kind of similar, ski. You got ground to overheads, stuff like that. So it's just little
So there's
tweaks
a
here and there.
ski in both of them?
Sorry, row, my
There's,
bad. There's a row in the
oh,
Metcon. My bad, not a ski, row in the Metcon.
The 3K into the max ski sounds deadly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
imagine just giving it for 3K and then having to max full effort ski. Gross.
Yeah, and what is it for 24 minutes, I think it is?
24
24 or
minutes.
22 is the total.
A
Like,
long time then.
so you run your
Last
3K.
year the cap was 20 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe I might be wrong, but I thought I saw 24 or
20 would
22.
be nice because if you do a 5K, even if you did, or a 3K, even if you did it slow, you'd still have 5 minutes.
Like, yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, you're still, that's still a
Long.
long
You'll have
time.
so much time to max out a ski.
Yeah.
All right. You Beth, you
Gross.
keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can find this so we can find out for sure what it is here.
Wouldn't be a max, it would be a just find a pace and stick with it
Yeah.
until you hear the 30 seconds
But
and then you
even like realistically, people will probably be running like you'll probably run a 3K in 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes. So then
max.
you're still skiing for like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like a 2K
But then
ski.
you can't really make the time cap 15 minutes because people who can't run, you're not getting
Yeah,
to the
exactly. Yeah. That sounds awful. I think I should do it in a workout.
yeah, program tomorrow.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, 20 workouts. Here we go. So this is for pairs. Let's go to solo. Okay,
Oh, I do
individual.
think the pairs would be really fun to do.
Oh yeah. So we'll go first. So here it is. Yeah. One rep shoulder to overhead, two rep back squat, three rep deadlift.
Okay.
Um, and it says here on the bottom, 1 minute to complete three rep max.
1 minute.
It's a very small print.
So you're just totally warmed up and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. There's that. And here we go. 24-minute time cap, 3K run, max ski.
Oh,
So
That's a long
oh my
ass.
God. You're skiing for
that's
10
long.
minutes.
Yeah.
You will be blasted.
Okay, so then there's definitely strategy with that 3K run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not. I'm not blazing that at all.
No,
No.
yeah, that's tough. That sounds
Oh,
fun.
All right. So then here's your Metcon, which is the funnest thing, of course. 35,
yeah.
and we'll do women's 35 cal row, um, 30 ground to overhead, and we're going to use the pro weights here. 15 kilograms, so two times 50, that's two 35-pound dumbbells. 30 dumbbell bench with the same weight. 30 sandbag squats with 50 kg. 30-meter sandbag carry with 50 kg. 30 burpees over soft bench. That's probably your bench press bench, and then another 35 cal row to finish.
Like
Fun.
you have to 2 foot hop the bench.
It just says burpees over soft bench. I have not read the
Your
standards.
hands aren't allowed on it, then yeah, it would be like a burpee over rower, but higher,
Yeah,
which
I
would
have not read the standards yet, so I don't know. I have to be able
I
to
hope
get
they let you
through.
put your hands on that, or then they're just gonna wipe
imagine
out.
Oh,
they're gonna
sorry.
kill
It'll say
themselves over there.
25-minute time cap.
Or there's
Yeah,
gonna
I
need to be
love
a
that.
blooper reel.
Oh yeah, people falling over that thing, especially after that endurance.
Yeah.
So and right at the end, oof. I think they're going to allow you to touch it. I'm guessing. So
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have
Is
to.
this Metcon? This is just one time through?
one time through. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One
Okay.
time through 25-minute time cap.
Okay. They're definitely gonna make you hop that bench.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wonder if it says anywhere over
That's why they wrote the word soft in there.
here.
They're gonna make you jump it for sure.
2 foot jump. Ah, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean,
Just says sandbags, burpees over soft bench. Doesn't say there. So I will dig into that and I will find out for sure for next week
I'm
exactly.
gonna start practicing.
Yeah.
But that's fun. I want to try this. So, but that man, for
It's
me, that sandbag, that's a 70 kg sandbag. That's more than 150 pounds. That's a rough sand just from the awkwardness of it to hold it in a good position to squat. And the other thing is, I don't know if you got to shoulder it to squat it or can you bear hug and squat it?
I would hope bear hug, but I'm trying to think maybe I would even prefer it on my shoulders because squatting bear hug with a is awkward.
And you
Hmm.
can't really breathe.
Yeah, it's I almost pref if I can clean it up, it would be easier for me to have it on my shoulder, I think.
But I don't
It
know. But for
depends.
me, a one like so a single 150-pound sandbag that let's say is like a ball or like your classic
Yeah.
strongman bag is so little room up there for that huge thing. So it makes it more hard. It's
Yeah.
very lopsided to one side for me. And to get it on your back, you're gonna be so crushed. I don't know.
It was like when we did at like what's it called? Atlas. Like
Mhm.
my neck hurt after
From
from
carrying
putting
the heavy.
that
Yeah, because you
giant
had a great,
ball.
your 70-pound ball is huge.
It's huge, yeah. Yeah. And my arm doesn't fit around it properly, so I have to like use my head.
Yeah.
I can just picture that.
Yeah.
Little Beth with the ball size of
So we definitely need to get out to Athex and go out there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there. I do not want to say for sure because flights aren't booked yet. So, you know,
Yeah.
all that
Maybe
stuff.
maybe I'll see you in the airport again.
There you go. You were a good airport buddy.
The mess of our flights. That I will say was the worst flight experience I had there and back. Back wasn't as bad because it was just delayed a bit, but my flights there were brutal.
It was
This-
better than the Uber drive.
Oh,
Our Uber didn't speak English, so she was getting lost, and we were trying to tell her what to do, but she couldn't speak English. So it was just us driving around.
40 minutes of
Yeah,
trying to
and then
get
20 minutes trying to catch her to get into the Uber.
Poor Tara had to leave her flight. She was like, I have a flight to catch. And we were chilling. We were like, well, we have time.
Yeah, yeah. That was the one where we flew down, where we were delayed on the runway forever, weren't we? Like that was the one, if I'm not mistaken.
They
Yeah,
kicked us off the flight and then put us back on the flight.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah. That was fun. Lots of fun. So hopefully the next trip to Miami is better. All right. I know Beth, you probably aren't ready to do a sail and fail thing, so but I did pick ones because I have to because so for me, my sail, my baby girl got married this weekend, so it was absolutely
yeah.
awesome.
Congrats
I had a
to
great
her.
time, which is the only legitimate reason to miss Bethany's event. So Lindsay, you were wrong. I was right. Um, so yeah, that and the fail is an open bar is not nearly as exciting when you don't drink. It's just not. It doesn't do the same thing. So, so
what's this game?
it's
Just
just
like,
you fail and fail. So something that was good for you this week and something that was bad.
okay.
You got something, Linz?
No, Beth, go first. I have to
Well,
think.
my fail, which I we're gonna talk about next time, because is elite passes for Spartan races.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that next time. We were going to do it today, but I not really enough time.
We're trying to get more information, but that's my fail information for
Yeah,
next time.
it could be a
Mhm.
sale. You don't know, but
Okay, I have a sale. I
Okay,
have a
what's that? What's that?
sale. A 27-year-old world record was finally broken on the track.
Saw
Hmm.
that.
The men's mile was broken by Kerr, Jason Kerr, Jeff Kerr. Oh my God.
Jay Kerr.
Jay Kerr. Um, what was it? 3:42. Anyways, there's a couple records on the track that are still standing, and this is one of them that needed to go down. I know that he has been basically living as a recluse for the last 6 months leading up to this day where he was going to set the world record, and all he's been doing is training and sleeping and has barely left his bedroom except to train, and it was time, and that world record went down.
He called it going in, did he not?
Yes, he did. He's been
Yeah.
calling it for a while. Like this was going to be the day. Sorry, Josh Kerr.
So then he must have broken it multiple times in training,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
To know
Like,
that.
Probably, yeah, probably. Or, I mean, it would be, I don't know if you really do like an all-out mile in training, but I think just with his races leading up to it, he was close, and
Yeah.
probably workouts were showing that he could do it. So yeah, the last 6 months has been all about this for him. And he did it on home soil, like he did it in London, which is really exciting too. But the next record that needs to go down is the women's 800-meter record,
how long has it been
which
for?
40 years. Probably one of the dirtiest records left too on the track.
The
I'm
dirtiest
surprised
record
by
left?
that with how like I don't know, just everything leading into athletes these days, how 40 years can be a standing record.
You would at
Well,
least think somebody would have
should look
doped
up
their way through it.
you should look up the woman that has it.
Is she the Eastern Bloc European girl?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I've seen her. I've
Yeah.
seen her. Yeah, yeah. She
She's wearing
may allegedly.
She may have snuck under the radar of doping control at the time. Lindsay, just
color a
Google
block,
women's was just
color a
Google
block.
is what?
Did Dave call her a block?
Eastern Bloc European.
Oh.
No. I
I
didn't
thought
call
you
her
meant
a block.
like
No,
she's
that's
just like muscular, like a
Oh
well,
block.
yeah, she
well,
is.
she is, but
Yeah.
this is a region of Europe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that record, and I mean, there's a race coming up in the Diamond League in August. It's like August 5th, where we have the three top 800-meter women right now that are all going to go head to head. So it's Wero, Femke Bol, and Keely Hodgkinson. So it could go down. It needs to go down.
There you go.
That
And
mile, that was my sale. That was really
that's a
exciting.
good one. That's a good one. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Lynn's pressure. Anything good?
Good. Yeah. I'm just surrounded by lots of babies right now.
Oh
My
Lord,
best
no. Those
friends
things are contagious. You got to get away, girl.
best friends had babies. My sister, I live with my niece, and she's the best. So it's been busy that way, but honestly, the best. And like not being so race focused right now, it's been fun to spend time with more family and friends. So I think that's a good part of the off season. Um, my fail is that I had an 18K on Saturday and I couldn't stomach my gel. So
Mm.
I coached and then I shoved some rice cakes with honey in my mouth and I took my gels and then at my whatever mark in the 18K, I went to take my gel and it was warm and gross and I spit it back out and then I was like, well, I'm screwed. So for 18K, I just had rice cakes in my system and I was disheveled after. I was like that. I'm never leaving without candy again. I needed to take that note from Jeff. Like, always have candy on hand.
Emergency candy in every pocket of his car.
Yes, yes. Oh,
I
sorry. I
learned from.
I did have one more sale is I put my son and his girlfriend through HTX. They did it with us, and I maintained my fatherly dominance, so that was important.
That was
So
important.
still put a whooping on the boy. That's all that matters. That's right. That's right. Oh, they both came to me at the wedding going, "We are really sore."
Where was the wedding?
In Mississauga. Yeah. So we worked out the day before. But he did do a great job as an MC at the wedding, so I got to give him full credit for that.
Yeah,
He's honestly come across or honestly come by his gift for the microphone. Yeah,
Good.
he
I would
likes it.
be able to do it.
So, all right, Lindsay, thank you so much, and congratulations on being the age group champion of a niche division of a niche sport.
Thank you. I carry it with pride.
You should. You really should. It is actually amazing. I'm joking, but it's absolutely a fantastic accomplishment.
No,
It's
it's fun.
there's
Thank
literally a million people doing this sport now, so it's impressive as hell. Beth, you got anything else, or are we out of here?
nope, thanks so much again, Lindsay, and yeah, enjoy your off season. We'll catch up very soon for a run.
Yes, please.
Take
Mhm.
care.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.